everyone. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope you're all keeping well this morning. And I'm not sure if some of you have been doing a HIIT workout before now. I have not. I've been watching some of them and I'm tired already. But I am looking forward to a nice deep stretch in the morning. So if you're like me and just rolled out of bed and you want to do a nice gentle wake up stretch, then this absolutely perfect for you. So we're going to do a 30-minute class today. And to begin, for those that have come from doing a high energy or high intensity workout, for those that are just going to practice, we're going to begin with the pranayama. So it's a really nice focus on our breathing. So a really good way to start to cool down the body if you have been doing a HIIT session or if you went for a run, and just a really nice way to start to regulate the breathing, to regulate the heart rate, and also for us to just become more inward and aware of our breath and our body and where we are holding tightness and tension. So this pranayama is called the 3-part breath. So we want to inhale in through the nose. And as we inhale through the nose, we're filling the breath all the way down to the pit of the stomach. So we're really filling it all the way down the body into the belly. And as you exhale, you're exhaling from the belly up to the rib cage, all the way up through the collarbone, to the throat chakra, out the nose. Deep inhale in through the nose. Filling from the collarbone to the rib cage. Notice that rib cage expand, fill all the way down into the belly. Exhale, filling out from the belly, the rib cage contracts, the collarbone. Deep inhale. And exhale. You can keep the eyes open or closed for this. Another good way to focus on your breath, and keep continuing that way that I'm telling you to. But it's another nice way is to count to 4 each time. So deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill all the way up into the belly. Rib cage expands all the way up to the collarbone. Exhale down from the collarbone to the rib cage, to the belly, shoulders drop away from the ears. Softening into this lovely seated posture. Softening into your breath. Closing the lids of the eyes if you feel comfortable to do so. And just allowing everything now to start to settle down. Making sure that the spine is nice and straight, that we're not arching or rounding the spine, that we're sitting up nice and tall. Just checking how you're sitting. Feeling the ground beneath you supporting you. Feeling the mat. Noticing which parts of your body are suspended above the ground, whether that's the knees or maybe you're in butterfly pose, maybe you're lying down, whatever way you chose to start your practice this morning. And feeling a sense of a weight being lifted on every exhale, that weight being lifted off your shoulders, off your mind, off your body as you start to deepen your breath, bringing that attention and awareness inward. Blocking out any negativity, any noise, becoming fully present. Let's do one more deep inhale. And exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. On the next inhale, you can gently start to open the eyes. Well done. So from here, we're going to begin. And coming up onto all fours, we're going to start to draw the big toes in together and slowly start to send the knees out nice and wide. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, slowly start to send the sit bones back towards the heels as you walk the hands all the way out in front of you. So this is our child's pose, extended child's pose. Forehead can rest down into the mat, or you can place both hands on top of one another, or both fists. Allow the forehead to rest here if you have a sore neck and it can't reach all the way down. So just to allow a variation, you can grab a cushion to rest your forehead, just as long as that head isn't suspended in the air. Just taking a couple of breaths here to again start to slow down the heart rate, bringing our awareness inward, melting the heart rate and the heart down towards the mat. As As you inhale, you can start to walk the hands up towards your mat as you're lengthening that spine, stretching out the shoulders and the neck. And as you exhale, sinking the sit bones further back towards the heels. On the next inhale, slowly start to bring your gaze up towards your hands and pushing up onto the palms. You're going to walk those hands back in underneath the shoulders. Tuck the knees back in underneath the hips. So you can take that child's pose at any stage throughout the practice if you feel a bit overwhelmed or you'd like to just go back to that resting pose. That one is always available to you. So we're planting down into the tops of our feet. We're rooting down to all of the fingertips. So spreading those fingertips nice and wide and making sure that that weight is spread evenly, that energy is spread evenly. On your inhale, you're going to slowly start to send your belly down towards the mat as you tuck the hips up nice and high, drawing shoulders up towards the ears and looping them all the way back down the back. The gaze comes forward or it can come all the way up. There's something here. Gaze comes all the way up. Exhale as you slowly start to tuck the navel in towards the spine, round the back, push the hips forward, drop the head and neck, and allow the elbows to rotate inwards. So you're separating out your shoulder blades. This is our angry cat pose. Inhale, coming back up to cow, sending that energy down to the fingertips, push the belly down to the ground, arching and looking up. Exhale as you round the spine, tucking belly button in towards the spine. Elbows rotate inward, open up the shoulder blades, drop that head, push that into the tops of the feet, hips come forward. Inhale. Great, and to start warming up all of the vertebrae. Exhale. Inhale. All the way back up to cow. Well done. Exhale for cat. And on the next inhale, coming back towards a nice neutral tabletop position once again. So from here, I might face you just to show you. So you're in your tabletop position and you're pushing down into the tops of those feet. So I want you to bring your awareness towards your right hand and push that energy down into the right fingertips. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. On the inhale, you're going to start to draw that left hand up towards the sky as you twist towards the left side. As you exhale, you're going to start to loop that or thread that left hand in and underneath the right armpit and slowly start to come down onto that left shoulder. From here, you can walk your right hand out in front. This is thread the needle pose. So I'll turn the other way just to show you what it looks like from the side. So you're coming up, reaching down, coming down onto that left shoulder, walking the right hand all the way out in front. It's up nice and high above the knees. This is a gorgeous one for your right or your left shoulder, starting to open up that left shoulder. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, maybe starting to draw your gaze up towards that right armpit, stretching and deepening the stretch found in the left shoulder. Holding it here for a couple of breaths. Releasing any tension that's stuck. We store so much of our stress and anxiety and tension in our neck and shoulders, so it's really important for us to stretch this one out. Even if we haven't been using weights on shoulders or anything like that, it's just where we can keep a lot of tension. So good to get that massaging that area this morning. Get us set up for a good weekend. Let's do one more cycle of breath. On the next inhale, slowly start to walk that right hand back underneath the right shoulder. Push yourself all the way back up, coming back towards your tabletop position. So we're going to swap sides now. So you're pushing down into your left hand. Inhale as you reach all the way up towards the right with the right hand, reaching up. Exhale as you start to thread that right hand in and underneath the left armpit. Come down onto that right shoulder. Walk the right hand or the left hand out in front. Option to start to bring that left hand all the way around towards the right hip as well. So you've got two options, keeping that hand out in front or bringing the hand all the way around, threading it around the right hip. Drawing your gaze up towards that left armpit, planting down into that right shoulder. Thread the needle. Breathing into it. from the hip, or you start to draw that hand all the way back underneath your left shoulder, pushing yourself all the way back up. Well done. So from here, we're going to tuck the toes underneath the feet, if that makes sense. Tuck your toes at the back of the mat. Inhale as you start to hover the knees above the ground. Push them into those fingertips. Exhale as you slowly start to lower the knees down. On the next inhale, you're going to send those hips up nice and high, drawing the knees off the ground. Keeping a micro bend in the knee to begin. And if you're here, you want to start to straighten out the legs. You can start to tuck the chest back towards the thighs to begin with. Just because our hamstrings and the backs of our legs can be quite tight first thing in the morning or after a HIIT session. So just allowing to walk the feet out, pedaling the feet nice and slowly. Straightening out the legs, finding that lovely length and openness all along the back of the legs. And when you're ready, coming back to a stillness in downward facing dog. From here, you're going to plant down into that left foot, so send that energy down into the left heel. Inhale as you start to draw that right heel up towards the sky. Bend the right knee and start to slowly send the sole of the right foot over towards the left side, opening up the side body on the right side. Take one cycle of breath here. On the next inhale, squaring the hips back towards the mat, tuck the right knee into chest and place right foot in between both hands. Well done. Plant down onto the left knee and flatten the top of the left foot. You're lunging into that right hip, so you might need to walk the foot forward to make sure that your right knee is above your right ankle. So lunging, noticing a lovely stretch in the inner hip flexor here. Holding it. Taking a couple of cycles of breath. Just allowing that gentle stretch, lunging a little bit deeper. Noticing any release of tightness in your hip. Start to bring your left hand and place it on your right thigh. And we're slowly going to start to engage a little twist here. So planting left hand over right thigh, gently starting to twist towards the right side. From here you can extend that right arm all the way back, reaching back, drawing in on that twist. So we want to start to bring our gaze over that right shoulder, bringing your gaze over the right shoulder. If you're more stiff and you don't feel that you can start to bring the gaze over, just allowing the gaze to come out directly to the right side, that's perfect. Another option, if we're back here with our arm extended, you can bend that left knee, start to draw the left heel up towards the glute, reach back towards the left foot. This is a great one for the quads. So you're deepening a stretch all along the left quadriceps, so you can feel it there as you start to draw the heel towards the glute. If that's too intense, again, dropping the heel back, reaching back. A few options. Taking one more cycle of breath. And exhale, coming all the way back, facing towards the top of the mat, placing both hands down. Well done. From here, you're going to start to straighten your right leg. So you're going to lean back over that left foot. So you're going to flatten down onto the left foot. Again, straighten the right leg, feeling a lovely stretch all along. Hamstrings. And depending on how tight your hamstrings are, you could be up here, that's perfect as long as you're getting a stretch. So don't go beyond a point where you feel overwhelmed in it, that you feel a sensation, a good stimulation in the muscle and a good stretch. Let's take a few cycles of breath here, allow that lovely release from the hamstrings. Exhale, so you can go a little bit deeper. And inhale, come all the way back up. Plant both hands opposite the right foot, or either side of the right foot. Elevate the left knee, the right foot comes back. Send those hips up nice and high, draw the heels back for your downward facing dog. If the backs of the legs are still a bit tight, making sure to keep a micro bend to the knee and to start to draw that chest towards the thighs, or walking the feet out. On the next inhale, plant down into that right foot.
Start to draw left heel up towards the sky. Bend the left knee and start to draw the left sole of the foot over towards the right side, opening up your left side body this time. Open up the hip. Exhale, start to square off the hips, tucking left knee into chest and plant left knee in between both hands. Good job. From here, drop down onto the right knee, flatten the right foot. Lunge into that left knee. So again, walking that foot a little bit forward to make sure the left knee comes over left ankle. Noticing a lovely stretch in the inner left hip flexor this time. Lunging into it. Nice and slow breath. Focusing on that 3-part breath or the count of 4 as you inhale and exhale. Sending the breath to where you feel the stretch. And on your next inhale, coming up nice and tall, you're going to place your right hand over your left knee this time. And gently starting to twist open towards that left side. Again, option to start to extend the left arm all the way back. Your gaze can be out towards the left side, or you can draw your gaze back towards your left fingertips. If you'd like to engage a stretch in your quadriceps, you can start to bend that right foot or the right knee, drawing right heel towards right glute, and that left hand catches onto the foot, drawing it in. Feeling it all along that right quad. Breathe into it. Let's do one more cycle of breath. So what I want to remember is that we're not pulling our hips back towards the heel, that our heel is coming up towards our glute. And when you're ready, slowly release. Bring your gaze back out in front. From here, you're going to start to send the hips back as you straighten that left leg. Feeling a lovely stretch all along the back of your leg there. This is our half splits. Half splits. Just allowing that lovely release of tension from the hamstrings, from the back of the legs. And so you can, on every exhale, can you go a little bit deeper. Keeping that chest nice and open, that we're not rounded the spine. And on your next inhale, slowly coming all the way back up, finding your low lunge. From here, bringing both hands either side of that left foot, elevating right knee, left foot comes back, take it downward facing dog. Plant the heels. One more cycle of breath here in downward dog. On the next inhale, coming down, dropping down onto the knees, and bring the knees all the way out to one side as you draw the feet all the way out in front. So from here, actually I might face you guys first just to show you. So from here we're going to keep our right leg extended, and we're going to start to tuck our left knee, or the sole of our left foot in towards the inner part of our right thigh. The left knee falls out towards the left side. So this is how you're going to be doing this here. So you're tucking the sole of the left foot in there. Sit bones are up nice and high to the front. Taking a nice deep inhale, finding length. And as you exhale, you're going to start to draw and hinge forward to forward fold over that right foot, over that right leg. Keep pushing down that left knee down towards the mat. Breathing into it. Let's do one more cycle of breath. On the next inhale, coming all the way back up, nice and slow. From here, with our left hand, we're going to reach our left hand all the way back, plant it into the mat. Inhale as you start to send your hips up towards the sky, reach back with that right hand. Send the hips up, open up the chest. Breathe into it here. And exhale slowly, lowering the sit bones back down, coming up nice and tall. From here, bringing that left sole of the foot down to the mat, and this time we're going to walk the sole of that foot over the right thigh. So you're going to draw it over the right thigh here. So we're going to come into our spinal twist. So bringing that foot over the right thigh, take a nice deep inhale, finding length up through the crown of the head as if someone is lifting you from a string on the crown of the head. And as you exhale, you can grab onto that left knee and slowly start to twist over towards the left side, bringing your left hand around, planting it down behind you, making sure to give you that straight spine. start to bring the elbow behind the knee. Twisting, so you want to start to bring your gaze over that left shoulder. Deep inhale. Exhale to twist. Great one for our digestion before you get your breakfast, well earned and deserved breakfast after this. And inhale, come all the way back to center. Well done. So we're going to lift that left leg off and place it all the way out in front. Taking an inhale as you reach all the way up. Exhale as you forward fold. Again, we're making sure that we're not rounding our back, so we want to start to bring our chest towards our thighs. Inhale, come all the way back up. So from here, we're going to tuck this time our sole of our right foot in towards the inner part of our left thigh. Plant that right knee out towards the side. Come up nice and tall. And when you're ready, inhale, reach up. Exhale as you hinge forward, lengthening that spine, reaching down over that left leg. Planting the right knee out towards the side. Breathing into it. On the next inhale, slowly coming up. Nice and slow. From here, right hand comes all the way back. Hands down into the mat behind you. And as you inhale, you're going to start to send those hips all the way up, reaching back with that left arm. Breathe into it. Open up the chest, open up the heart, push the hips forward. Get a little back bend in here as well. Inhale. And exhale to slowly start to lower the sit bones all the way back down to the ground. And from here, we're going to bring the sole of that right foot onto the ground and then draw it over the opposite side, so over towards the outer edge of your left thigh. Deep inhale, finding length. Exhale as you start to engage your twist, you're bringing your gaze over your right shoulder. From here, bringing that right hand down behind your lower back, planting down into it so it starts to engage the spine and lengthen and straighten the spine. Bringing your gaze over that right shoulder, option to bring the outer edge of your left elbow towards the outer edge of the right knee. Finding your twist. Inhale. Exhale, finding that twist. Let's do one more deep inhale. Exhale to twist. Inhale, come all the way back. Well done. From here, releasing that leg, extending it out in front. Take a nice deep inhale, two arms over. Exhale as you hinge forward from the hips, rounding and drawing the hands down towards the ankles or the shins, wherever they land. And a lovely forward fold. Let's do one more cycle breath. Inhale, come all the way back up, nice and tall. Well done. From here, we're going to scooch the bum down towards the center of the mat. Extending the arms out in front and slowly start to draw the back all the way down. Lower back, middle back, and upper back. From here, you're going to bring the soles of the feet off the mat so the knees come above the hips. Start to send the knees out nice and wide. Extend the feet up towards the sky. One of my favorite poses, happy baby pose. So it's a gorgeous one for your hips. You're going to open up the hips here. So what we want to do is draw the knees down behind us, so drawing them back towards our shoulders. At the same time, pick up at the heels. So I'll just start to turn this down a little bit. So what you want to do, never mind me, I'm just changing my music here. And we're going to clasp our hands over the ankles, or you can use your two-piece fingers around the big toe, or you can wrap the hands in and around. So keeping the lower back on the mat, we want to massage out the lower back as we do this. Again, drawing that awareness towards your hips, so you really want to start to open up the hips, so draw the knees back. You can find stillness in your happy baby, or if you want to massage out the lower back, please do that as well. It feels good. And when you're ready, releasing the hands from either the feet or around the legs. And we're going to start to bring the knees above the hips and slowly start to draw the knees out a little bit further. So we're coming into a bit of we're about to come into our bow pose. So take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to start to draw the upper body up towards the thighs. Hands come out in front, you're reaching forward. holding it here. Slowly start to extend the legs a little bit more so you can straighten out the legs. So you can come up a little bit higher with that upper body. Engage the core. Exhale, bend the knees back in towards the chest and slowly lowering all the way down to the mat. Good job. Wrap your hands around your knees, tuck knees into chest. Give them a gentle squeeze. Releasing that left leg, keeping hands over your right knee. Release the left leg down, hover above the mat. And start to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Exhale as you start to massage out that right hip. So you're going to start to move the right knee all the way out towards that right shoulder. And inhale, come back in towards the center. Exhale, start to loop that knee out towards the shoulder. Massaging out the hip. Inhale. Switching sides, we're going to start to draw that left knee in towards the chest as you extend that right leg. Inhale. And exhale, drawing the left knee out and around towards that left shoulder. Massaging the inner hip flexor there. Inhale. And exhale. From here, bringing both knees back into the chest once again. Gentle squeeze. And when you're ready, you can slowly start to extend both legs so soles of feet are up towards the sky. Plant your hands down into the mat. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, slowly start to lower the heels all the way down to the ground. Using the last bit of that core strength. Slowly coming down towards Savasana pose, the corpse pose we call it in yoga. So it's the whole point of Savasana is to be completely still, and we want to bring this moment and this time of stillness into our everyday life. Everyday practice. As even with what's been happening, everyone's been really overproductive because of the panic. And sometimes it's really important and really good for us to just sit and be present and allow things to fully process before we jump into a new project or jump to a decision or a belief about oneself, whatever it may be. Just allowing this time to become perfectly still. Allowing your body and your muscles, all the fascial tissues we've worked, the connective tissues, allowing all of that to be repaired now as you breathe in nice and deeply into the body. Feeling the reward of a good stretch first thing in the morning. Allowing everything to soften back down. Start to engage some movement back into the body, whether that's moving the toes or their fingers, maybe taking a long stretch overhead as you reach back. And as you exhale, you're going to bend the knees. Come on over onto one side and towards the fetal position. And slowly push yourself all the way back up. Eyes can remain closed for this if you wish. You're still asleep. And you can find a cross-legged position at the top of your mat. We're going to bring in our Anjali Mudra, so bringing both palms together, thumbs to sternum, and tucking our chin to our chest as we bow our heads in a sign of gratitude. So showing gratitude to yourself for getting up, getting onto the mat this morning, regardless of whether you did that HIIT session before with Becca or whether you were like me and watched it in awe. At least you got onto the mat and you gave your body a lovely deep stretch. You gave that mindful movement. I want to extend my gratitude to you all for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the 30-minute practice, and there'll be plenty more to come. So keep watching. We'll see you soon. Namaste.